welcome back to Mind Growth Workout, a home for personal development. I am your host, Blessing Nwachukwu. Today we're going to talk about why you need vision and goals for 2026. If you've seen the previous video I did on before you plan for 2026, you'd know that I said we're going to talk about vision and goals today. So today, why do you need vision and goals for 2026? Why don't you do vision only? Why don't you do goals only? So in this episode today, you're going to understand why you need both. Yes. So I want you to know that the theme is seeing before doing. Yes. Doing becomes achievable, it becomes easy when you are seeing. When you have a visual, how do I explain it? When you have a picture of what you want, right? Let's just use that word. It is easier to achieve it. I'm using visual now, but just know that vision is not only visual. But yeah, it's visual. Whether you paint pictures or you paint with words, that's visual. So seeing before doing makes it easy for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Do you know that you can achieve a lot this year and still not feel fulfilled and still feel lost? Do you know? Now, why is that so? That's because you do not have a vision. And also, if you had, you didn't define the vision. You were moving without a clear direction. It's just like having a vision without goals is like you know where you want to go. You want to go to Lagos. You want to go to London. The goal is how do I get to London? How do I get to Lagos? Having a vision is just like, okay, like I said, you already have a destination in mind, but you do not know how to get there. So having a vision on the goal means having a clear picture of where you want to be and having steps to get to that place you want to be. That's just what it is simply. So if you do not have vision, your goals will be like you'll be like someone who just steps out of the house and you keep moving around without knowing where to go. And having vision only without goals, you'll be like someone, you have a picture of where you're going, but you're frustrated, you do not know where to start, you do not know where you're going. So ask yourself, remember we are still in our planning for 2026. Ask yourself, what do I see? What do you see? Where do you see yourself by the end of the quarter one? That's March. Where do you see yourself? Paint pictures with words, paint visual images. Yes. Ask yourself, where do I see myself? Ask yourself, what do you see? Bible says, as far as your eyes can see. So what do you see? Vision is not a to-do list. It's not by the end of December 31st, I will. No. Very clear. Your vision, very clear. Anything that isn't clear is not a vision. Bible says, write the vision. Make it plain. Emphasis on the word plain. Why? Because it shall speak. It won't die until you've actualized that vision rather. So you have to make your vision plain. Write it down. However you can do it, just make sure your vision is plain. When vision is missing, your goal feels heavy. When you do not have a vision, you will just be running in circles. You do not have a direction. You do not know where you are going. You do not know the next step because you don't even have a direction. You don't even know where you need to be. So you cannot have goals without vision, and you cannot have vision without goals. You must have both of them for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve in 2026. You need both of them. You need vision. You need a clear picture of what you want, a clear picture of where you're headed. And you need practical, measurable steps to get that picture you want. Yes, you do. Vision, like I said, it's like a destination. It's like, you want to travel and you want to be in London or you want to be in Lagos. That is your vision. You already have a clear picture of where you want to be, right? Now, your goals are the things you do to get to Lagos or to get to London. Buying your ticket, boarding the plane, the train, the bus, whatever it is, passing through many, many routes to get to London, to get to Lagos. Those are your goals. So just imagine you leave your house on a cool Saturday morning and you do not have any direction of where you're going. You do not have a clear picture of where you're going. What do you think will happen? You will keep going round and round because you do not have a clear direction. You'll be so frustrated. You will lose track of time. You will waste resources, your energy, and you almost want to beat yourself. Why? Because I just wasted an hour, I just wasted 2 hours doing nothing. That is what it is. Doing nothing. You did a lot, but you achieved nothing. And you never felt fulfilled. So you need to have vision, you need to have goals. None should be lacking if you're going to have a successful 2026. None should be lacking. So now we're going to look at what goals without vision lead to rather. Goals without vision lead to, the first one is burnout. Like I said, like I explained just some minutes or some seconds ago, you'll be tired. If you are doing a lot of activities, a lot of tasks, without having vision, without even knowing why I'm doing this, without having a clear picture, you'll be tired. You'll be like someone running and running while others are celebrating their wins and all. You won't even know what to do because you don't even know if what you achieved is a win for you. You'll be tired. Second one is that you'll be frustrated. I tell you, take it from me. If you do not know where you're headed and you're just doing things randomly, you'll be frustrated. When life's reality hits you, you'll be frustrated. So the next one is doing things because people are doing them. If you do not have a direction, if you do not have a vision, if you don't have a clear picture of what you want in 2026, I bet you'll be doing a whole lot of things because people are doing them. If people say today we are moving into investing in stock, you are there. If they come tomorrow to say, oh no, stock is not the way, digital marketing is the way, you are off to that place. And they say, are you sure you're getting it right? I think you should open a school, or I think you should start content creation, or I think you will just be jumping from pillar to post, from one place to the other. You are just doing things because you want to feel belong. You want to feel among. You want to be like the rest. You want to be among the rest. That is, if you do not have a vision, you'll be like um you'll be tossed like a wind. You don't even know where you're going to land. What you know is that you are moving, but you do not know where you will land. You do not know if you will land in the sea, land on the floor, or whatever it is. That's what it is to have goals without vision. And I do not want that for any of my subscribers, any of my listeners, any of my viewers in 2026. That's why I'm here with this topic for you. Like I said, this is how people end up chasing the things they do not even want because they do not have a clear picture. Emphasis on clear. If your vision is not clear, that's not a vision. Vision has to be clear. It doesn't have to be vague. A vision is not something that you don't know how to explain to people. When someone asks you what's your vision, start saying, I don't really know how to explain it to you. I know what I want, but I don't really know. That's not a vision. Paint words, create pictures of it, make it plain, make it clear, because it has to be. So now we're going to look at what vision without goals leads to. So the first one is also frustration. Yes. If you just have vision without goals, you'll be frustrated too because you know where you're going, but you do not know how to get there. and it's so tiring. It's just like having gold, but you do not know how to maximize the the um the potency or the effect or the result of the gold you have. You'll be so frustrated. You see it, but you cannot get to it because you do not know how to. So you see why having both is important. The next one is procrastination. Yes, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it next year. Oh, when I wake up, I will do it. How about we try maybe next week? I think I just want to rest. That is having vision without goals. Those are the kind of things you'll be telling yourself. Because you do not know how to get to that place. You'll just be seeing the picture. You keep saying, yes, I already know that one day I'll become a lawyer. Meanwhile, you haven't even gone to college. So how are you going to become the lawyer? One day I will do this, one day I will do that. Take a step. A step you take brings you closer to your dream, brings you closer to your vision, faster than you think. So the next one is that it will lead to, I know what I want, but I do not know where to start. That is it. I I, I know I want this, but how should I start? I'm confused. My head, I'm confused. I lack clarity. You do not have goals. You do not have steps to bring you to that vision you've set. Remember I said seeing and doing. Remember I said doing becomes easy when you've seen. Now you've seen, you have to do. You cannot just see and expect it to become. There has to be work. Yes, put in the work, put in effort, do something. Do not leave it to chance. Do not leave it to time. You have to work it out. You know the way Bible says work out your salvation with fear and trembling. You have to work out your vision. Do not fold your hands and expect your vision to jump at you from heaven. It's not going to work that way. Do something. Do something. I am challenging you to do something. You already have a clear picture. If you do not have, remember I said create a clear picture. Do something. Write practical steps, strategies to help you get to that vision which you have seen. Remember that vision without goals is inspiration, and goals without vision is pressure because you'll be working hard to meet up expectations that people set for you. So you need both. None should be lacking in your life. In your 2026 plan, none should be lacking. And that's where we draw the curtain this morning. That's where we end the podcast. Today's episode this morning.